Emma, I've been sitting here for 20 minutes. Everyone in that show just laughed so hard they were crying, and the crazy thing is, I understood every single word they said. I knew the nouns, I knew the verbs, but I have absolutely no idea why it was funny. Is there something wrong with me? Am I missing a part of my brain that processes humor?
No, Max. Your brain is perfectly healthy and functioning. You've just hit what we call the cultural wall. It's a very common and very frustrating place to be. It's like having the keys to a beautiful house, but standing in the dark because you don't know where the light switches are hidden.
The cultural wall? That sounds like a big, scary obstacle. Is that like the Great Wall of China, but instead of stones, it's made of confusing slang, weird idioms, and inside jokes that nobody explained to me?
Exactly! You hit the nail on the head. You can study English in a classroom for 10 years. You can memorize the entire dictionary. But if you don't understand the culture behind the language, you'll always feel like an outsider looking through a window. You see what's happening, but you can't feel the heat of the room.
Whoa. So that explains why I feel so awkward when I talk to native speakers at parties. I thought it was my grammar or my accent, but it's actually my cultural GPS that's broken. I'm taking the right turns, but I'm in the wrong city.
Precisely. Language is only about 30% words. The rest is context, history, and social rules. Today on Real Life English with Podcasts, we're going to show you how to climb that wall. We're going to help you finally get the jokes, decode the slang, and understand the secret, unwritten rules of English conversation.
Precisely. Language is only about 30% words. The rest is context, history, and social rules. Today on Real Life English with Podcasts, we're going to show you how to climb that wall. We're going to help you finally get the jokes, decode the slang, and understand the secret, unwritten rules of English conversation.
Hello, everyone. A massive welcome back to the show. I'm Emma, and I am so excited to help you move beyond the boring dictionary and into the real, vibrant world of English.
And I'm Max, the guy who's officially tired of smiling and nodding like a robot when he doesn't understand a joke. We are so glad you've joined us today. This is going to be a game changer for your fluency.
If you've ever felt like you're speaking English perfectly, but people aren't truly connecting with you on a deeper level, this episode is exactly what you need to bridge that gap.
Before we start our journey over this invisible wall, we'd love to have you along for the long run. If you enjoy learning the hidden side of English, the stuff they never teach you in school, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button right now.
Your support means everything to us and helps us keep this podcast free for everyone. Join the Real Life English with Podcasts family, and let's turn studying into belonging together.
And don't forget to smash that like button if you've ever had one of those "what on earth did they just say?" moments. Now, Emma, let's get serious. What is the very first brick in this cultural wall that we need to break?
It's the difference between high context and low context communication. In some cultures, you say exactly what you mean. It's direct. But in English, especially British and Australian English, what we say is often the complete opposite of what we actually mean.
Wait, what? Are you telling me that you guys are just lying to us all the time? Is English just a giant game of opposite day? How are we supposed to learn if yes doesn't mean yes?
It's not lying, Max. We call it being polite or indirect. For example, if a British person says, "That's a very brave suggestion," an English learner thinks, "Oh, they think I'm a hero." But in reality, they mean you are completely insane and that idea will never, ever work.
Hey bro, explain it in simple language. Why can't you guys just say, no, that's a bad idea, like normal people? Why do you have to hide it behind words like brave or interesting? You're making my life so difficult.
Because culture is the invisible filter of language. We use these filters to protect people's feelings or to show social status. If you don't know the filter exists, you'll take every sentence literally, and you'll end up very, very confused at a dinner party.
So, the cultural wall is basically built out of these hidden meanings and secret codes? If I just learn the code, I can climb the wall?
Exactly! That's exactly right. Today, we have a blueprint to help you decode these secret signals so you can start feeling like a local, not a tourist.
Stick around, everyone, because we're going to talk about the slang secret. I'll tell you why learning slang from a book is actually a terrible idea that will make you look like a 90-year-old man.
And stay tuned for the humor hack. We're going to explain why people laugh at things that aren't even jokes and how you can join the fun.
I'm ready. Let's pick up our hammers and break down this wall together.
Okay, Max, let's tackle the first big, heavy brick in this cultural wall, the sarcasm shield. In many English-speaking cultures, especially in the UK, Australia, and parts of the US, sarcasm is like a second unofficial language. If you don't speak it, you're only hearing half the conversation.
Sarcasm? Wait, is that when you say something really nice, but your face looks like you just smelled a lemon that went bad? Or like you're secretly judging my shoes while you're complimenting my shirt?
Close enough, Max. Sarcasm is when we say the exact opposite of the truth, usually to be funny, to show frustration, or to make a sharp point. Imagine it's raining cats and dogs outside, a total thunderstorm. A native speaker might look out the window and say, "Oh, lovely weather we're having, isn't it?"
Oh, I failed miserably at this once. Someone said exactly that to me during a rainstorm, and I started explaining the tropical climate of my country for 10 minutes. I told them about humidity levels and monsoon seasons. They just looked at me like I was a tourist from Mars.
Exactly. You missed the cultural tone. You were listening to the literal dictionary meaning of the words lovely and weather, but they were speaking the feeling of being annoyed by the rain. In English, the melody of the voice tells you more than the words themselves.
Whoa! So the first real step to climbing this wall is to stop being a literal listener? I need to start listening for the hidden eye roll in people's voices, even if I can't see their eyes.
100%. You have to listen for the exaggerated stress on certain words. If someone says, "great," they probably mean it's a disaster. If they say, "perfect," it might mean everything just went wrong.
If you've ever felt like you're missing the secret code of a conversation, like everyone has a manual that you didn't get in the mail, you are definitely not alone. We've all been there. We're here to help you crack that code and feel like you belong. If you're finding these insider secrets helpful, please take half a second to hit that subscribe button right now. It helps us keep making these deep dive episodes for you.
We really want to build a bridge between your world and the English-speaking world. Join real-life English with podcasts, and let's make those Mars moments a thing of the past. Let's get you grounded on Earth.
And hey, give us a like if you've ever been completely confused by a sarcastic comment. Let's see how many of us have been victims of sarcasm. Now, Emma, what about step 2? You mentioned something about a slang trap?
Oh, this is a huge one for learners. Many people think that if they learn slang from an urban dictionary or an old textbook, they will suddenly sound cool and hip. But slang is like a carton of milk, Max. It has a very strict expiration date.
An expiration date? So you're saying if I use old slang, I'm going to smell like sour milk to a native speaker? I don't want people holding their noses when I talk to them.
Exactly. Slang moves faster than the speed of light. If you walk around today saying, "That's groovy, man," or "That's totally radical," people won't think you're cool. They'll think you just traveled here in a time machine from 1970. You'll sound like a character from an old black and white movie.
Hey bro, explain it in simple language. How am I supposed to know which slang is fresh and which is rotten? Is there a website that updates every 10 minutes? How do I keep up without going crazy?
The secret is you don't learn slang from books. You learn it from observation. You have to be a slang detective. Listen to how people actually talk in modern podcasts, Netflix shows, or YouTube vlogs from this year. Don't use a new slang word until you've heard it at least 3 times in 3 different contexts.
Whoa, so I should be a detective before I'm a speaker? I need to see how the word is used, who is saying it, and what the vibe is before I let it out of my mouth?
Exactly. Safety first, Max. If you use slang incorrectly or at the wrong time, it feels forced and awkward. It's like wearing a tuxedo to a gym. It just doesn't fit the energy. But if you use it naturally, that cultural wall starts to crumble piece by piece.
I know you guys watching must be thinking, but Max, I just want to sound like my favorite movie characters from the 90s. Just remember, movie slang is often exaggerated for the camera. Real life is much more subtle and quiet.
Precisely. It's all about vibe matching. You listen to the energy of the people around you, and you match your language to that energy. If they are using Gen Z slang, maybe you use a little too. If they are formal, you stay formal.
I think so. Family, you should give your opinion in the comments right now. What is one English slang word you've heard recently that confused the absolute life out of you? Maybe it's cap or riz or Seuss? Let us know.
I am so curious to see those. I'll be in the comments trying to help you decode them.
Stick around because in the next part, we're going to talk about the humor hack. I'll explain why you don't need to be a professional comedian to understand English jokes, and why making fun of yourself is actually your greatest superpower.
And we'll discuss the politeness paradox. Believe it or not, Max, saying please and thank you too much might actually be making you sound rude and distant.
Wait, being too polite is rude? Okay, now I've officially heard everything. I need to hear the logic behind this one. Stay with us, everyone.
All right, Max, let's talk about the humor hack. This is the fastest way to break through the cultural wall. Most English humor, especially in casual settings, isn't about telling long jokes with a perfect punchline. It's about something much more humble. Self-deprecation.
What? Emma, that sounds like a complicated medical surgery or a very expensive legal term. Is that even a real word? My brain just did a backflip trying to pronounce that.
Not quite, Max. It just means the art of making fun of yourself. In many English-speaking cultures, if you are too serious, too perfect, or if you constantly brag about your achievements, people will actually feel uncomfortable around you. They might think you're arrogant or stuck up.
Wait, really? So, if I walk into a room and tell everyone how I failed to open a simple umbrella this morning and got soaked in the rain, people will actually like me more? In my culture, we try to hide our mistakes to keep our respect.
Exactly. In English, being able to laugh at your own clumsy moments is a sign of massive confidence. It says, I am so comfortable with myself that I don't care if you see my flaws. If you say, oh, look at me, I can't even use a fork correctly today, it breaks the ice instantly. It shows you're a real human being, not a textbook.
I know you guys watching must be thinking, but Max, I want people to respect me and think I'm a high-level professional. But listen to Emma. Respect in the real world comes from being authentic. Humor is the shortest distance between two human hearts. If you can make them laugh at your clumsy English, they will forget the grammar and remember the connection.
Precisely. Now, hold on to your seat because we're moving to the politeness paradox. This one is a real brain twister for most learners.
How can being polite ever be a bad thing? Did I accidentally insult my neighbor by saying thank you 3 times too many? Did I break a law of etiquette?
Actually, you might have. In many English-speaking cultures, especially between friends or close colleagues, being too polite can make you seem distant, cold, or even suspicious. It's like you're keeping a physical wall between you and the other person by using formal language.
No way! So if I say, could you please be so kind as to pass the salt, my dear friend? My friend might think I'm angry with him or that I'm being sarcastic? That is so confusing.
Exactly. Between friends, we use what we call informal politeness. Instead of a long, perfect, formal sentence, we use short bursts of connection. Instead of, I would be very grateful if you could help me, we just say, cheers, mate, or give me a hand with this, will you?
Hey bro, explain it in simple language. Why is bad or short grammar sometimes good for a friendship? Why does my brain have to learn how to be rude to be a better friend?
It's not about being rude, it's about intimacy. When you break the formal rules, you are sending a secret signal that says, I feel comfortable and safe enough with you to be relaxed. It's like wearing your pajamas around your family. It shows you're at home with them.
Whoa. So the cultural wall is also about knowing when to be impolite in a polite way? It's about matching the level of formality to the level of friendship. I've been using Professor English at the gym. No wonder everyone looks at me weirdly.
You nailed it, Max. It's a delicate dance, but once you learn the steps, you'll stop feeling like a guest and start feeling like a member of the group.
If you're enjoying these secret rules of English, the stuff that actually matters in real life, we'd love for you to join our tribe. We aren't just here to teach you verbs and nouns. We're here to teach you how to belong in a global community. Please, take a second to hit that subscribe button right now. Let's grow this family together.
Every new subscriber to Real Life English with Podcasts helps us reach another person who is tired of feeling like an outsider. Let's navigate this beautiful, confusing world together.
And hit the like button if you've ever felt too formal or too stiff in a casual situation. Let's see how many of us have been over-polite warriors. Now, Emma, what about step 4? What is this small talk starter pack?
It's the door to the house, Max. Let me guess. What is the #1 topic English speakers talk about when they meet someone?
Let me guess. The weather? Oh, it's quite cloudy today, isn't it? Yes, quite gray. I expect rain later. It's like a national obsession.
Always the weather, Max. But here's the secret. It's not actually about the rain or the sun. It's what we call a social handshake. It's a safe, neutral way to check if the other person is open to a conversation. It's the ping to see if the server is online.
So if I say, "Bit chilly today, isn't it?" I'm not actually asking for a scientific temperature report. I'm just saying, "Hello, I'm friendly. Do you want to talk?"
Exactly. You're acknowledging their existence in a non-threatening way. If you skip the small talk and go straight to, "What is your philosophy on life?" you might seem way too intense or aggressive. You have to open the door before you can sit on the sofa.
I know you must be thinking, small talk is so boring and useless. And maybe it is, but it's the bridge that leads to the big talk. You can't skip the bridge if you want to reach the island.
Exactly. Learn the art of the boring small talk, and you'll find that it opens doors to the most amazing, deep conversations later on.
I think so. Family, you should give your opinion in the comments right now. What is the go-to small talk topic in your country? Is it family? Is it your job? Or do you also talk about the rain like the British do?
I am so excited to read about your different cultures. I'll be checking the comments to see how we all handshake differently.
Stick around for the final part because we're going to give you the Cultural Immersion Challenge. I'm going to show you how to practice all of this without even leaving your living room.
We're going to turn you into a cultural chameleon. You'll be blending in before you know it. Stay with us for the grand finale.
Okay, Emma, I'm ready. I've got my sarcasm radar switched on. I'm ready to make fun of my own mistakes. And I promise not to be too polite to my friends ever again. I'm ready to climb the last few feet of this cultural wall. Now, tell me, what is the final, ultimate secret?
The final secret, Max, is a shift in your focus. It's called active observation. Most people watch English movies to learn new words or grammar, but I want you to stop looking at the subtitles and start watching the human reactions.
Human reactions? Like watching how they move their hands? Or how they look at each other when someone tells a bad joke? Is it like being a private investigator, but for English speakers?
Exactly. Pay attention to the social cues. How do they respond to a compliment? Do they say, "Thank you, I'm great"? Or do they use self-deprecation and say, "Oh, this old thing? I've had it for years"? How do they handle an awkward silence? In English culture, a few seconds of silence is often totally okay. But in other cultures, it's seen as a huge problem that must be filled with noise immediately.
Whoa! So sometimes not speaking is actually a cultural skill? I think I'm already an expert at that when I'm nervous at a party. But usually, I'm just sweating and trying to remember the word for napkin.
Not exactly that kind of nervous silence, Max. It's about feeling the vibe. It's knowing when to speak, when to listen, and when to just be.
I know you guys must be thinking, but Max, I don't live in London, Sydney, or New York. How can I observe real-life people and their vibes if I'm sitting in my room halfway across the world? That's where the Cultural Immersion Challenge comes in.
Here is your mission for the next 7 days, warriors. The YouTube reaction hunt.
A hunt? Do I need a magnifying glass, a detective hat, and a trench coat? Because I'm totally down for the Sherlock Holmes look. It's very British.
Maybe. I want you to find a YouTube video of a real-life, unscripted conversation. It could be a late-night talk show, a casual day-in-the-life vlog, or a podcast video. But here's the rule. Don't focus on the grammar. Instead, I want you to write down 3 things that surprised you about how the people interacted.
Give me an example, Emma. What kind of things should I be hunting for?
Exactly. Maybe you noticed that they interrupted each other 3 times, but nobody got angry or said, "Excuse me." In some English-speaking circles, that's called cooperative overlapping, and it's actually a sign of high interest and energy, not rudeness. By writing it down, you're teaching your brain the hidden rules that aren't in any textbook.
This is so much more interesting than memorizing a list of irregular verbs. It's like being a secret agent in a foreign country, decoding the behavior of the locals. I love it.
It really is. And the more you spy on these natural interactions, the more natural you will feel when it's finally your turn to speak. The cultural wall doesn't fall down all at once like a building. You take it down brick by brick, observation by observation.
We know this journey can be tricky and sometimes a bit lonely. There will be times when you say the wrong thing, or you miss the joke, or you feel too formal and everyone stares at you. And that's okay. We are here to catch you.
Please, if you feel like you've finally found a home here at Real Life English with Podcasts, hit that subscribe button right now. Join a community of people who are all trying to bridge the gap between studying and belonging together.
Every single subscriber is a beautiful reminder that we are all connected, no matter what our native language is. Let's navigate the heart of the English language together. We'd love to have you in our family.
And if you're brave enough to take the 7-day reaction hunt challenge, I want you to go to the comments right now and type, "I am a detective." Let's see who's ready to start seeing the invisible English.
Okay, Max, let's do a final, powerful, wall-breaking recap for our amazing listeners.
Step 1. Turn on your sarcasm radar. Stop taking every word literally and start listening to the melody of the voice.
Step 2. Be a slang detective. Don't trust old books. Only use what's fresh and what you've heard real people say recently.
Step 3. Use the humor hack. Don't be afraid to laugh at yourself. It's the fastest way to make a friend. Step 4. Embrace the politeness paradox. Learn to be casual polite with your friends and professor polite only when you need to.
Step 5. The reaction hunt. Observe the social cues and learn the unwritten rules of the game.
You're ready, Max! You're not just an English speaker anymore. You're becoming a cultural insider. You've got the map. Now you just need to walk the path.
I feel like a completely new person, Emma. So, tell me, what is the juicy topic for our next big episode? Are we going to talk about how to sound like a Hollywood movie star?
Even better, Max. We're going to talk about the confidence myth. I'm going to show you why you don't actually need to feel confident to speak confidently.
Wait, what? I can speak confidently even while my heart is pounding like a drum and my hands are shaking? I need to know how to do that. That's like a superpower.
It's all a mental game, Max. It's all in your head, and I'm going to give you the cheat codes.
Thank you so much for joining us today at Real Life English with Podcasts. Go out there, observe the world, laugh at your mistakes, and break that wall down.
You've got the keys to the house now. Go open some doors. We believe in you.
Bye, everyone. Happy hunting and happy practicing.
See ya!